Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, just doing a quick little news video for something I almost missed regarding Final Fantasy XIV. Another free login campaign is currently taking place. They bring these whenever we're in kind of a drought season for people who may have unsubscribed who already own the game so that they can come back, maybe check a few things out, and maybe you resubscribe, you never know, maybe you resubscribe. And given that we're still probably a couple months out from patch 6.2, seems like a good time for them to do it. Like I said, it's already taking place. It started June 15th at 1 a.m. Pacific, and it's running until Thursday, June 30th at 7:59 a.m. Pacific time. Now, if you've never been a part of one of these before, it's pretty simple. You basically just log in and sort of a countdown timer begins for how long you have access to the game for free. Once it expires, though, of course, you will need to resubscribe. So it's good for maybe checking out like an extreme trial that you've missed, or maybe doing a few of the new quests like Omega, or just, maybe just getting that kick before a busy game season kicks off, like Sunbreak coming up at the end of the month. Now, for eligibility, you have to have previously purchased and registered Final Fantasy XIV. This is only for people who already own it. If you don't own it, you can try the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV up to level 60, including the first expansion, Heaven's Ward, by signing up for the free trial. And that has an unlimited time frame, so you wouldn't even need something like this. All registered service accounts must be set as inactive during the campaign period. It just means that if you just unsubscribed, like on the 15th, for example, and then tried to get the free days, it wouldn't work. You'd have to have already been unsubscribed before the event began. And even on top of that, registered service account must have been inactive for at least 30 days. So if you didn't unsubscribe before May 15th, you wouldn't be able to do this one. Scrolling down, this is just the detail. So it's 4 days, including the day on which the user first logs in. The period ends on the 4th day at 11:59 p.m. Pacific. That does mean that ideally you probably start as early in the day as possible, so that 4th day can really feel like it drags out to get the most out of that first day, because the next 3 days are going to be kind of static. And in case you can't find the client download, there's just links for that. Quite frankly, that might be the easiest I've ever had a time finding the client download without just Googling it. Now, I do have a few notes at the bottom here, and again, this is stuff that's all pretty standard if you've done one of these before. It begins after logging in via the game launcher, the way you would normally log in. Once activated, the free login period will end once it reaches the allotted free play duration, regardless of whether you actually play the game. That means from the day you log in, you have those 4 days. It doesn't matter if you actually play all 4 of those days, it will be counting down the entire time. And then it starts going into more specific cases. Players with multiple service accounts registered to a single Square Enix account cannot participate if one of the accounts is active. Service accounts that have been canceled or suspended due to a violation of the service agreement cannot participate. Players who purchase a subscription during their free login period will forfeit the remaining time. Players cannot log in using a platform with which they do not own the game, so you couldn't log into the PS5 version if you only own the PC version. Players can log in using all platforms that they own, so if you have multiple platforms registered, you can log into any of them for this. And then a really big one here. When attempting to participate in the free login campaign using a Square Enix account and multiple service accounts, the free login period will only be valid for the first service account upon logging in. Again, a very fringe case, but some of you that may apply to. And server maintenance may be carried out, but you will be unable to log in, and no, they will not be extending your free play time. So in other words, try to avoid Tuesdays ideally. While yes, other maintenances are possible, Tuesdays are more likely to have a maintenance, or Monday night into Tuesday. So if that's going to get in the way, would avoid doing that. But they run these occasionally, so if you're ever looking for a quick kick on Final Fantasy XIV, but you don't feel like re-upping your subscription, these are always a good time to get back in. Anyway, just wanted to make a 14 news related video. We do have the caster verses currently being worked on top of some other stuff for the channel that I no doubt noticed that you have noticed. That wasn't how that English was supposed to work. Anyway, I'm going to end this video now. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.